Welcome back to the show, everyone. Always a pleasure to see our next guest. He is globetrotting, and apparently on this last trip, he got the good kind of meningitis.
I didn't know there was a good kind. William Jans is still alive and proud to tell his tales. He's a photographer and adventurer. To talk about something off the wall in China. How are you?
How are you, man?
I'm well. I've unfortunately put all the weight back on.
What is the good kind of meningitis?
Well, there's viral and bacterial. I got, now I got to remember, well, the easier one.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I mean, it really knocked me around and dropped a bunch of weight and stuff, but, yeah.
How did that affect your traveling, or did it? Did you know you were sick?
I had 20 hours in bed, which was no fun, and I have a picture in the show, shot like this, facing down. Of course. And then the biggest thing was finding the energy to get to my computer. I travel with the computer now, and just start searching, and I looked at Japanese encephalitis, everything, malaria.
Always a good idea to Google your symptoms.
Yeah,
and find out how quickly you're going to actually die, not whether.
Now, before we get to the photos, we have to have a look at your camera, because this was this one new before you left on your adventure?
It was brand new. It was literally like 3 days old, and I do all this. It spends a fair bit of energy.
Duct tape comes in handy, huh?
This is a tip for people that are traveling. Rough up your camera a little bit. And,
that's probably one of my best tips, and I've never had anyone say that wasn't a good idea, because really, it just looks like it's been busted, and who wants to take a broken camera? Who wants to bust a camera?
Okay, you're doing a presentation, obviously, on this trip, but tell us about the trip. Where were you? And
this one's, it's called Off the Wall in China and Far-Flung Philippines. It starts in the Philippines. It covered as much as I could. I mean, it's got everything from swimming with whale sharks, climbing volcanoes, the Crucifixion Festival, which you'll see a picture of.
And Lord knows why you got sick, because on the things that we're going to see that you have eaten, scorpions.
What was I thinking? Yeah.
You just name it. Let's start with this photo here.
And
wonder why you got sick, William.
How did I get meningitis?
That takes street meat to the next level.
That's taking it very literally. That's in Manila.
Thank God there's an ambulance standby.
I wanted to ask him, is that your vehicle? Like, are you?
And was this just personal, or was this a business?
No, this guy was just making it work.
This is just making it work and surviving and doing everything else.
For sure. This is into China. I got to go on 2 different rice terraces, and the Dragon's Backbone rice terraces were amazing.
Until you see them, people don't understand the technological innovation involved in the terracing and in the agricultural revolution that swept China, you know, what, 400 years before.
And some of these were made 2,000 years ago, and it is a marvel.
And who's this fella here? Did you get a chance to hang out with him at all?
Oh, unfortunately, I managed to learn 9 languages. Better than some, maybe, but I did horrible in Mandarin, and I mean, I did the best I could, but so it was a lot of, gestures and simple stuff.
Mandarin is tough because of all the inflections in the words, and if you get one inflection or one tone wrong, you can say something that
Mike
you can
learned
never
that
take
the hard
back
way
again.
once.
Yeah, it was with Lycée versus Lycée. So everyone who speaks, you'll
Let's look at the next one here.
No churro, if I'm saying it right. That's rat meat. That's also in the terraces.
Once again.
Oh God, that's a huge rat.
It is a big rat.
How did you manage to get meningitis?
I didn't eat this thing.
You didn't?
No.
Well, you would have, though.
That's a really good question. I make calculated risks and stuff.
You know, it's fascinating because, I mean, even as I'm looking at these, everybody has their idea of what China is. What it looks like, and for most people, it's population, it's big cities, it's all these things. And it's really interesting watching your photos as we're going through them that hardly anything is that we've seen so far is in a big urban center. It's so huge.
You can find anything there. I mean, if you want to ski, it's just a massive country, but there is a definitive thing that small town still means maybe 1 million. And I remember bumping into a guy who said, I'm from this city, nobody's heard of it, and it's got 1 million people.
And nobody's heard of it.
Yeah, or a slow day at the Forbidden City is 44,000 people going through in a day.
We have to talk about your great travel story, too, because I think everyone who's traveled a little bit has this. You had arranged to couch surf in someone's house and then kind of forgot about it?
Well, no, it was somebody, it was on the website for couch surfing, and I thought it'd be really cool to try this, and the only city I thought I could do it was Xi'an.
Wait a minute, back up. On the website for couch surfing?
Yeah, so it's a website that basically is like free accommodation. You link up with somebody and say, hey, I'm going to be in the city, can I stay on your couch? And they say yes or no or whatever. Anyway, so I go to the site, I register in the Philippines, put a little profile. I looked up one city, which is Xi'an. This one random person comes up who speaks English. I made a note of the name and thought I should chase this down later, but time ticks on. Eventually, I'm 3 hours from the town. I thought I should email, but that's rude, 3 hours before.
Yeah.
Forgot about it. I arrive in Xi'an, population 8.23 million. Not only do I bump into this person, it's the first person I met. First, like I went, well, McDonald's is a great place to get free water, so I went there, and I hear these English voices, and I have a map book, and I'm going, hi, I just arrived. Can you tell me which way is north?
And did you ask their name?
I said, are you by chance Rachel?
Did you recognize
and she's
the
like,
picture? Oh my God.
And I mean, really, that's like lottery winning odds. That's
no
just
kidding.
That's
okay,
brilliant.
let's get back to a few pictures here,
Sure.
because this is what people can see when you do your wonderful shows. Now, we wanted to stop on this one because I've heard of this.
It's amazing. It's a crucifixion festival in North Manila, and volunteers do get crucified crosses.
Volunteers.
Yes, and they
so
do nail them.
So do they really nail them through to the cross, like through their flesh?
And yeah, through the hands and through the feet.
How have they not done this American Idol style right now and have like a full contest?
Well, there is a one foreigner who went there and did it once, and I remember actually considering, because I'll participate, but that was a real tough one to consider. Now, is there a religious
aspect to this?
Oh, yeah.
Is it really to absolve you of your sins? And
yeah, and they stay on the cross for as long as they think they need to absolve them of their sins. So it's really a okay, I'm good now.
So you know who the real deep sinners are.
They're still
a week later. Easter Sunday, not yet.
Well, and the other thing with that too is there's guys who are doing the self-flagellation walking down the street, so it's very bloody. I mean, cars get soaked with blood, but it's like it's a family event. I mean, you can literally buy SpongeBob SquarePants balloons while eating popsicles, watching people get crucified, and that was very interesting. And that's why, like when you talk about China being different, I love those differences that you just never know what to expect.
Okay, let's go to the next photo here. Tell us what we're looking at, William.
That's some mud caves in China where you can do some serious exfoliation.
You really did, didn't you?
The mud, does it have like properties? Is it supposed to be good for your skin, or is this just a hey?
Let's say it's magic. I think it's just mud. It's not made for exfoliation. It's just to play around.
Somebody's photobombing you in the back there.
Yeah, a little bit. No, I think he's actually.
No, that's a little mud slide. Like
you're kidding?
No, it's like this big hole of mud that you can decide if you want to get into. But most people going this far.
How much of an advantage is not having hair in that particular situation?
Very much so.
Not having contacts is what you want. One of the Brazilian people I was with there. Oh, no, not lost. He was squinting for a while.
Okay, what's this here? This
is the biggest Buddha in the world. His ears are, I think, 7.5 meters long. And I made the cardinal sin, which was they say don't go on a weekend when it's busy. But I love that you can see people all the way down that stairwell.
You really can.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, it's mayhem. And in the video of this I got on the show too, I call him the angriest man in Lashan. The guy who's at the top there who's sort of guiding people, not guiding, he's yelling at them as they're going down the stairwell. And oh my God, does he sound mad. I don't know what he's saying yet, but I just think it's hilarious.
Move
along, people.
Yeah, but like really angry yelling. And he's really cool.
You love to do a little bit of hiking as well as you go through, and I believe our next photo is of William just on a little nature walk.
This is one of those places, again, where in China, I was showing up on a Monday and wondering if there'd be anybody else in this mountain. And there was, probably 15,000 people climbing Huashan, which is this holy mountain, but also famous for this really treacherous part of this hike. That's the main reason I went to China.
Now, what is the treacherous part? I mean, it looks so scary to me. Let's go to the next one here.
Yeah. So it's very famous.
Do you have anything holding you up? Are there any ropes?
Little chains.
Little chains. Wow.
That just doesn't look,
I love that kind of stuff.
That just doesn't look safe.
Now, we have to get the other perspective. I'm going to ask them in the control room to go to the video because we don't have a ton of time left.
The video will really show you
and
how
the video is a
tricky
promo of sort of all the travels, but it incorporates
It's bits and pieces of this show coming up.
Look at that.
And that's a 1,500-meter drop. This is cockfighting there.
Holy moly.
Oh, that's what?
I love that kind of stuff.
You are insane. And we are happy you're still alive so that you can tell your stories. You don't want to miss William Janz's new show, Off the Wall in China, happening Friday, May the 25th at Prince of Wales School Theatre. And then you can see it again Friday, June 1st at John Oliver School. Plus, William is heading to the island. You can go to Courtney, Victoria, and Nanaimo. Just go to his website to find out all the information.
The shows are live and infrequent, so catch them while you can, because, of course, he's off on another travel, another adventure. And in the show, we didn't have time to talk about it today, but you had the opportunity to help save the vision or give vision, the gift of
I got to witness some cataract surgeries, and there was 3 women. I followed them through the process and picked up their tab, and they gave me these at the end, and it was pretty amazing.
Huck me a hat, man. We haven't even referenced your hat.
I know. Well, we're not going to. I think I kind of like it.
Yeah,